I've directed some things too. Some internet content. Many views. I don't do it for the views.
Hello Troy, this is very exciting. Look, to wish you luck, I got you a good luck cake and look what's on it. It's Troy's face.
Did I just do that?
Well, definitely with my assistance.
I did not just do that.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
But our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just moved shit with my freaking mind!
Eating pizza right now. Shame it's not from Domino's though, Peepasard.
Oh, that's so funny, man. I love that quote played as the Forspoken music is playing. That's so fucking funny to me. Right, I'm just posting on Instagram, but I had to come off the screen very quickly to do that because that was too funny to avoid. That was too funny. Should I post about my stream on my on my actual personal Instagram? Maybe I should. And be like, hey, you know, I don't post about my Twitch on here, but if you want to hear me talk about the TV, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Let me put this on my personal Instagram. If anyone wants to hear me talk about being on Limitless Win, I'm doing a stream now. As long as I can put a link on my story on my personal Instagram, I can. Good.
You cannot talk.
That's another sub. Shit.
One more word, and I will feed you to my children.
I'm kidding. We are vegetarians.
I'm kidding. We are vegetarians.
You see, I need my raid WW. 2.
Yes, don't worry, Jaden. It's coming, okay? So today we are talking about Limitless Win. Wednesday we're playing Payday 2. And Thursday we're playing Raid World War 2. That is the plan for this week. All of them being at 7 PM UK time. Right. Hello, everyone. So the last time you all saw me was before I was on TV. Which is a very weird thing to say. Very weird thing to say indeed. And I realise we haven't got any music in the background, so we do need some music. So, Sonic, save me, please. That'd be great. Sonic Frontiers. By the way, I did a playlist on Spotify of the vocal tracks from Sonic Frontiers. It has 3,500 likes. You know, I'm clearly famous on Spotify now. You guys should all pay me lots of money. So I'll just put that in the background. Just some Sonic music. My phone keeps pinging. Oh, there we go. I think it's good. Hang on. Let me just check. Yep, there we go. It's processing HD. How's that for timing, ladies and gents? It's here. Reaching far across these new frontiers. Okay, all I need to do is update the title. I had to upload 3 versions of this video. Chat. 3 versions. There was audio problems the first time around, so I had to refilm the whole bit on David Tennant. And then there was another little glitch in the video when it rendered again. I've had some problems with Vegas. I've been trying to fix it, but this time it worked. And it was just taking ages to process in HD. So now we are good to go. I've just got to make sure that this is the right version I'm publishing. I have 3 copies right now, all with the same thumbnail of my face staring at me. It's horrifying. Okay. Delete these 2 versions forever. Gone. And okay. Now I can drop the new version.
Know what?
Oh!
You're starting to remind me of me. 50 years back. Minus the charisma. An impressive car.
Oh, impressive. Oh, shit. I thought it was massive, not impressive. My bad. Just smiley face.
Smiley face.
Oh, there we go. And we got a hype train going. Thank you, Eddie, for kicking us up there. Anyone wants to gift subs or bits or anything like that, please do. It'd be great to get up a nice little hype train. Because as you guys now know, we didn't win any money on the game show. So I wasn't being dishonest in saying I still needed the subs. Trust me, if I would have felt really guilty saying that stuff if we hadn't won any money. But I couldn't tell you guys, could I? I couldn't tell you all. Come on. Can we get a level 6 hype train? Can we? That's the question. Alright, let's just get this video up and then I can talk all about it. Because I do want you guys to watch my video later on, obviously, please. But after the stream's finished, it's going to be a shorter stream anyway. So don't worry too much about that. But, I'm hoping I can play the David Tennant clip on stream. If I can't and we get copyright striked, I'll just take the VOD down. I'm not bothered about that. So ITV, don't murder me. But they're fine with it on YouTube. Funny enough, I've posted the clip of David Tennant on the podcast channel. And I've used a bit of it in my video that's about to go live. And ITV just take the monetization off it. And it's blocked in Russia and only Russia. So You know, I don't know how many Russian viewers I've got on Troy's Thoughts, but there's only not even 600 subs, so the chances are it's 1 or 2 people, so... And also, who in Russia is watching Ant and Dec's Limitless Win? You know what I mean? If every other country is fine, we're chill. We're chill. So, I'm just glad. I honestly thought it would just block the whole thing, so I'm quite happy that it hasn't done that. So, let's hit the big old publish button. 3, 2, 1, boom. I was on TV. My time on Ant and Dec's Limitless Win is now a public video on Troy's Thoughts. I will link it later on. Don't worry about going over there right now to watch it, purely because, I mean, I'm still here right now. I'm talking to you guys, but I will just ping the Discord. And then we can chat all about it. I want to chat about it. My video about being on Limitless Win is now live on Troy's Thoughts. And you know what? Just because I'm a little bitch, I'm going to at everyone. I'm not going to at people just for second channel pings. I want everybody to see this video. So I'm atting everybody. Crazy. I know. I love how there was a moment I was just happened to be looking down the camera as well, which is great for that. Okay, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, actually, let me tweet about it quickly. Actually, let me tweet about it. My video about being on the Series 2 finale of Ant and Dec's Limitless Win is out now on YouTube. If you want to hear me chat about the questions, David Tennant, and more, then go give it a watch at blah. Enjoy. I'll put a heart. And let's just put hashtag Limitless Win and hashtag David Tennant. Just to really bump up the popularity. And I'll at Ant and Dec because, you know, they'll obviously see it. They'll obviously see it. And, I don't know, ITV? Why not ITV? Let's do it. Screw it, why not? Tag ITV in there. Why? Because I'm a gamer. That's what gamers do. They tag ITV in their videos. What's wrong with me, man? What is wrong with me? Oh my god. Okay, the video is up. It is public, and everyone can see it. If you see my tweet, then go retweet it, please. That'd be very nice of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, shall we talk about it? Should we talk about it? Okay? We've got lots of things. So, what I want to do is, obviously, I want to explain what happened on the show. I also want to play a fun little game with you. We're going to go over the questions and chat about them with you guys. Now, what we're going to do, if you haven't seen the episode of Limitless Win, which some of you might not have done, because obviously it's not easy to see in the UK, in countries other than the UK, I appreciate that. I know some people managed to make it work with VPNs and all that stuff, so good for people who did that. I think most of the key community who watch a lot have seen the episode. But if you haven't, we're going to play a game where I'm going to put the questions on screen and you guys are going to try and answer them, okay? So we're going to basically play Limitless Win. It's going to be a great little time. I'm excited. And then we're going to talk about David Tennant being in there. In fact, we'll probably lead with David Tennant and talk about that first because, the answer is 2. Yeah, that was the funniest thing. We had... Okay, right. The problem with me is, now I'm not doing a video, now I'm talking on stream, I am going to need to be very careful not to just go absolutely ballistic and have about 5 different tangents in my head. I need to try and stay focused, because that's not easy for me. You all know. So, let's explain the context. Ant and Dec's Limitless Win. Let's get a picture of the logo, shall we? I wonder if, actually, if I go to this screen... Hype train ran out. Ah, well. Thank you guys for supporting me. I appreciate it. What I can do is I can put some of the pictures in here and talk them through that way, right? We don't need these logos anymore, right? I can get rid of these. You know, if we do another one of those logo things, we'll just start from fresh. So we don't need that. Revolver, we don't need. Let me just clear out some of the stuff in mine. Payday 3 logo can stay there. These are the sub-goal things. That's fine. What is this? Ian? Oh, that's the chat for when I was streaming with Ian. I'll keep that there. You never know. Be right back. Oh, Cam died, lol. Alright, we'll get rid of that. We don't need that. We have...
Texas is a big place.
Great. Okay, so let me add in an image. And the image will be the logo for Limitless Win. And that can be our background for this stream. Isn't that good? Am I not an amazingly clever person? I am. I'm so clever. I'm so clever and so sexy. It's crazy, honestly. How do you guys cope with me? I don't know. That looks so strange, like that with nothing there. Sheesh. Sheesh. Stick that on the screen. I'm not putting that on the screen. I'm not doing that. No, you can see that in the video, Elliot. You can see that in the video. Okay, you can see that in the video. Okay, let's put that into our backgrounds. There we go. Cool. It is now locked in place. All right. Now all I need to do is add in a cover image that we can talk about to begin with and talk it through from there. So, have we got a good picture of myself with Ant and Deck? And my mum, ideally. That'd be brilliant. This'll do. This'll do. There were loads that were posted. The resolution is mental, by the way. There were loads that were posted on social media. There's still some I need to go on, like news articles and save. And also, I want us to look at some news articles too. That's something we're going to do. Because I want to read through some, because some of them are amazing. They're amazing, man. Okay. Boom. Okay, so, Ant and Dec's Limitless Win is a TV program. It's a quiz show that airs on, I wish you could legally do merch of this. Well, you could do merch of, like, quotes from it. So I could do a t-shirt that says how many dots are on a domino. That could be quite funny. That could be an inside joke. Maybe I should do that. We'll see. But Ant and Dec's Limitless Win is basically a quiz show where you can, in theory, win millions and millions and millions of pounds. You could win absolutely tons of money, right? The way the game show works is every single question you're asked, the answer is a number. So it might be the one I saw on the last series, Eddie, you'll love this, was how many points are there on the maple leaf on the flag of Canada? And so you have to try and guess the number that's correct. Now, how it works, every number in your answer is how far you move up a money ladder. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into Sony Vegas because I have the episode, like I have the screenshots handy via the episode on my stream. If I get the open on streaming and mute it, I don't know why I said Sony Vegas. If I get it open on streaming, I can take screenshots and pop them on the screen because that's how I've been getting my images. Because I'm so good. You know, I'm such an epic gamer. This is how I get all my screenshots. Right, is it muted? No, this is not the right video. This is me talking about Limitless. Go away. I don't want the video on the YouTube. I want the ITVX streaming link, which you can stream on ITVX to watch the episode. Actually, I probably should put a command in there to say where you can stream the episodes. People can go watch it. So if you want to watch the episode of Limitless Win, you can get access to it via a VPN, whatever it is. There's a link to the episode, Series 2, Episode 6. Right, okay. There we go. Got the episode open. So, let me see if I can get a good picture of the money ladder that I can show you. Because basically what I can do is take a bunch of screenshots and then pop those on the screen. Right? So, here we go. Let's take a couple of pictures, and then I can talk you through it and show you the ladder. Confusing at first, once you get the hang of it, is easy. Yeah, definitely. That's the thing with this question, with this game show. I feel like, to begin with, the rules are a little bit hard to get your head around, because there's a lot going on. But once you've got a general idea of it, you're sorted, right? It's very easy to follow. So, here is an example image. What the heck? Oh, I know what's happened there. The Limitless picture was much bigger resolution. Yeah, okay. Right, I need to put a new image source in. That's annoying, but it's fine. It's fine, chat. It's fine. I need one that's 1080p, and then I can do that. There we go. Okay, so now I put that. Bring that down like that, and pop that into the window, like so. Okay. Where's the image? Boom, in the game screen. Bam, done. Okay, so now I can go from there. Okay, so you can see here that we've got the Limitless money ladder, okay? And the idea is, you can see, for every number you put in your answer, you move a certain amount of rungs up the ladder. And every 10, I believe it is it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is every 10, I did think that. Every 10 rungs, you get a new money milestone. So it's £500, £1,000, 2,500, 5,000, 10, 20, 50 then I think, then or 25, then 50, 75, 100,000. It goes on from there, basically. And the way the questions work, if you know the correct answer and you get an exact answer, you will bank whatever the highest money entry you're up to at that point. So for this one, we put 7 and it turned out to be an exact answer. We banked £500 because that was the next money thing we'd reached. It was the first one, but it was the next one. So if, for example, we then got past 10,000 and got an exact answer, we'd bank 10,000 and so on and so forth. If you are under the correct answer, you then don't get any money. You can get up to the ladder. You still are up to a certain place in the ladder, but you haven't banked that money. And you will lose lives based on the difference between what you said and what the right answer is. So if the right answer was 15 and we said 10, you'd lose 5 lives. That's the general idea. But, and here's the real kicker. The real kicker is, if you go over by even one number, just by one, you are out immediately. There's no negotiation. So you are basically constantly having a fight between, do I really know the right answer, or do I want to go a little bit low and take a bit of a take a bit of a gamble, not a gamble, like try and be a bit safe to stay in the game and hope we get a question we're more confident on the answer for, basically, right? So that's the general idea behind it. So we appeared on it, shocker, and we built up an initial 20 lives. The way the game show works to begin with, you can see a screenshot here. You get asked some quick fire questions, for which, again, all the answers are numbers, but they're a bit easier to work out than the main ones. So for that one, written above some vowels in German, and umlaut consists of how many dots? It's 2, like the Muller logo and all that kind of thing. And every time you get a right answer, you get 5 lives. So the better you do during that section, the more lives you get. So I got a couple of questions right, my mum got a couple of questions right, my mum got a couple wrong, and there were a couple of you on Twitter who got very, very rude about it. But the problem is, that is the most pressurizing bit of the show, because you are on such a short amount of time, you're trying to build up lives as quick as possible. My mum had said to me leading up to it that, you know, she was nervous about that section, but she did really well. She really did. I still think she did well, whether she believes it or not. So we built up 20 lives, we worked our way up through each of the questions. But, before we play our fun little game of answering all the questions, before we play everything, I have to talk, firstly, about David Tennant. Because, ladies and gentlemen, on the show, we were asked about us being Doctor Who fans, because when we audition, we tell them a whole bunch of stuff about ourselves. They've got a whole bank of things they can ask us about on the show, and just get to know us better for, like, you know, the VT before the episode and that kind of thing. And we mentioned we were big fans of Doctor Who. And this cake story, honestly, just... Oh, I don't even begin to know how all of that came about, but we told them the story about how I ate a cake, a Doctor Who David Tennant cake, when I was 8 or 9, and couldn't eat David Tennant's face off of it, because kids are stupid. Kids are very stupid. Let me show you the picture of the cake, because I know I have one saved somewhere. I just have to find it. Was it in this section of images? No, it wasn't. Ooh, where have I put it? Give me a second, and I should be able to find it relatively quickly. Hopefully. It's probably going to be in the Cosmic Vortex, I'm guessing. Actually, no, it might be in Who's There. It could be in Who's There. Oh, I might have deleted it. Oh, you silly goose, Troy. Why have you gone and done that? Why have you done that? Okay, I'll get the image off of Google. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, chat. Chat, stop panicking. Stop panicking. Okay, stop panicking. Doctor Who cake. Because I know exactly what it looks like, and I can show you it then. Here it is. I found the image so bloody quickly. Right, okay. So let's get that up on the screen. Wherever it is. Here we go. Boom. Small picture, but that is the cake. That's the Doctor Who cake. So my mum and I refused to eat David Tennant's face. It wasn't just me. My mum also didn't want to eat David Tennant's face. But she made a point about it being me, and that's why he was my favourite Doctor, because he was my first Doctor, and also I wouldn't eat his face on the 10 Doctor Who cake reminds me of something else. I know it does, Vida. I know it does. I'm fully aware of that. Let's not go there, please. Thank you. But basically, we told them this story, and then unbeknownst to us, behind the scenes, they had gone, we've got David Tennant on our contacts list. Let's give him a ring. Let's give him the picture of Troy and a cake, and make him show us that picture. So, again, if this gets copyrighted, I will immediately take down the stream. So please, if this stream disappears, you know why. But hopefully we're okay. We'll hopefully just get like a copyrighted audio thing. And I'm going to make the audio quiet anyway. So we should hopefully be okay. Hopefully. So let me get the video up for you guys to see. It's on my desktop. It is interview. It's not that. It's cake face is the video, I'm guessing, right? How long is that video? 1 minute 36. Yes, correct. So
Troy, Tris.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Troy,
let's
Tris.
pause that. I think what I will do for copyright's sake is I'm going to flip the video just to make sure we try and cover our asses a little bit. You know, just a little bit. But this is the video. I'm going to turn the audio down, way down low. So let's have a look at the video of them and David Tennant.
Jane, welcome to the show. Now, we've heard you're massive Doctor Who fans, especially you, Troy.
Yeah.
The big question is, though, Some say the impossible question.
Don't
ask.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite doctor?
Don't ask that. Don't ask that.
I'm gonna pretend a bit. Screw
I
it.
want to know.
I cannot. I don't think I can decide that.
Oh, yes, you can.
Go on.
It can only be one person.
Tell
When
us.
he was 8 or
So
9,
my mum then describes the
I
cake
bought some
story.
Doctor Who
So
birthday
I can
cake.
talk over this bit to try and
And
preserve some kind of
the doctor at the
dignity of
time was-
copyright. So she explains that David Tennant's on the
Ah.
cake.
Tennant.
So,
it wouldn't
blah.
touch
Oh yeah,
the
keep saying
doctor, he wouldn't
audio
touch-
jungle.
Wouldn't eat David
No,
Tennant's
Audio
face.
jungle.
So I personally think that that's a good enough reason for David Tennant.
My
to
hair
be
looks
your
really good on this,
Yeah,
by the way. I
that
really like
does
my
make
hair.
sense.
Yeah.
Does
It's
make
interesting.
sense.
Here we go.
It is very interesting
Really
that you're a
interesting.
fan of David Tennant, Troy, because we heard he's actually a big fan of yours. Take a look at this.
Hello, Troy. Hello, Tracy.
Now look at just before we go anywhere, look at my mum. In case there was any illusion, because I know I spoke to Crispy about this earlier. We recorded the Doctor Who podcast and we talked all about this. He wants us to do a full episode on it, and he immediately said that he thought my mum was in on it and that she knew. But as soon as he saw her face, he knew she wasn't. And I was like, yeah, because look, she's nearly crying. I'm gasping. But also, the face he's pulling right now looks a bit like a Germa face, to be fair. But look, she's literally crying. She can't believe it. I can't believe it. So it's crazy. But here we go. Here's the video.
Hello, Troy. Hello, Tracy Jane. So you're on Limitless Ring. Well, this is very exciting. Look, to wish you luck, I got you a good luck cake. And look what's on it. It's Troy's little face. Obviously, I could never tuck into Troy. Oh,
The man went to town on that cake.
Troy, you're delicious. Good luck.
And that is the picture of my face with as a cake. And look at me, I'm literally looking down the barrel of the camera. I didn't intend for that. And yet here we go. Look at that. I love that. I love that picture. That is a great shot of me being like, what the fuck just happened? But the shot I love the most, let me show you. Where is it? Where is it? That one. I love that I'm like perched behind the desk, peeking over like, no me? I really hope, and I put it in my video, if anyone from ITV sees it, or anything like that, because they no doubt follow me, because like, they know about my YouTube and stuff. I told them that when I applied, so they might see it. If anyone can get access to the actual full 1080p screenshot of me ducking behind the table like that, so that it covers the whole screen, I would kill for that, because I love that picture. I mean, I literally just, like he's a kid at the candy. Literally, look at me, look at my face, and then getting up and walking around, like... And it's perfectly in sync as well. I love that just from an editing standpoint, this is so well put together, this program. But just, yeah, it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. And just to reinforce this, this was filmed at the start of October, ladies and gentlemen. We filmed it on, like, I don't remember the specific date. You can look it up because it was posted by TV Zone. That's why I know I can share it, because TV Zone tweeted saying Limitless Win is filming this week or whatever. I think it was actually about the 3rd or the 4th. It might have been exactly 4 months after before it came out, ironically. But in case you need a reminder, The Power of the Doctor, the episode in which Jodie Whittaker regenerates back into David Tennant, aired on October the 23rd. So at the point this was filmed, I didn't know he was the next Doctor. We knew he was back in Doctor Who. We'd seen the filming picture of him in Bristol with the new blue coat and the different suits and all that. We knew he was coming back with Catherine Tate. But we kind of weren't sure, is he just coming back as a cameo? Is he actually the next Doctor? We didn't know. And so when this was filmed, we still didn't know that. Was this filmed before or after you met David? I met David in April. This was filmed in October. So this was after I met him. So there is a very tiny chance he might have looked at the cake and recognised my face. But with the amount of people he meets, I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt that. But you bet your backside, next time he goes to a Comic-Con, I'm going. I'm the guy whose face you ate on a cake. And I will stare him in the eyes as I say that. I will literally be like, bro, you ate my face. And I'll look at him like that. You ate my face, bro. I'll even call him bro, just to give you some kind of like connection. Oh, it started playing the video again. That's crazy. But so I didn't know he was the 14th Doctor. So now he's the 14th Doctor. It's even more special, as if it couldn't be already. The current Doctor ate my face. Sounds a bit sus when you put it like that, doesn't it? But the funniest thing is, this video is even big on TikTok. And if I can get up the TikTok of it, I can tell you it now has, how many people have seen it? 82,000 views on TikTok and 11,000 likes. I've put a couple of comments on it so people know that it's me. But it's crazy. The amount of comments being like, Troy looks traumatized. I was like, yes, I did. I would have passed away. It should have been me. It's just mad. Seeing that on TikTok is crazy. Screen that and get him to sign it. Oh, I should get him to just sign it like a screenshot of me reacting to it, like the thumbnail. Something like that would be great. But I never imagined I'd see David Tennant eat your face when he did a Payday guide years ago. I know, it's been a crazy time, right? And the thing I love is that there's 20 people here listening to me talk about it. I appreciate you all being here. That's lovely. But yeah, so what a video. Am I right, everyone? What a video. And this is not even addressing the fact that I got to meet Ant and Dec. Let's focus on that next. Because Ant and Dec, there's a great picture of them and my mum. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, no, this one's great. Ignore the question, because we're going to... Oh, so some of these are a dodgy resolution, aren't they? I forgot this. Ah! Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. There we go. Ignore that question for the time being. Ignore that. I am going to open all of these screenshots. That's 1920 by 1080. Right, so those are the ones that aren't. Is that not as well? Right, no. I'm just going to open these very quickly in Paint and resize them. And then I know constantly they're the right size. So 1080. Yep. And save. And close. Resize 1920. Save. And close. Just two more. 1920. Sorry about this, folks, but I want to make sure it's consistent for when I'm going through on the stream, because I want to be able to put any of these pictures up without worrying about them overwriting the borders on the screen. I haven't done a stream like this before, as you might have guessed. I haven't been on TV before, so I'm a little bit new to talking about this on a video, on a stream. Okay, so there we go. All the images now should work perfectly. So let me get a picture back up of Ant and Dec. Where are they? Where's our favourite Geordie duo? There they are. So, these two fellas here, Ant and Dec, they are huge in the UK. If you don't know who they are, they're a presenting duo that have been famous since the 90s. They've been big on TV since they were kids. They even had a couple of songs in the 90s. Like, they did one called Let's Get Ready to Rumble, which you might have heard. You might have done, actually, to be fair, now I think about it. They were called PJ and Duncan back then. But they have done several shows. They present Britain's Got Talent. It's probably what they're best known for in other countries. They present the Britain version of the Got Talent show. But they also have a show in the UK called Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway, which is a 90-minute kind of extravaganza, I guess, of them playing games with audience members, ambushing people in the British public, bringing celebrities on to play games. David Tennant's been on it. They had a game where you had to read what people were saying, like they were saying, like miming words over a screen, and the guests would have headphones on. They'd have to try and guess what they were saying, and if they guessed it right, the person miming would win a holiday. It's cool little, stupid little games like that that are just brilliant telly. And I have loved that show. It's been going for years. In fact, I'm going to look it up. When did Saturday Night Takeaway first start? Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway. When was the first series of that? I'm gonna scare myself now looking at this. The first episode was in 2002. Good grief. So they ran it, that was it. They ran it from 2002 to 2009. I don't know when I jumped on. It must have been about 2006-ish, I think. 2006, 2007. They ran it up to 2009, took a 4-year break, and came back in 2013, and it's been yearly since. And I remember when it was coming back and seeing the adverts, getting super duper excited for it. I've loved these two forever. And unlike Doctor Who or Marvel, where you can meet some actors at a Comic-Con, you can't meet TV presenters at a Comic-Con. It's not how it works. They don't go do Comic-Cons. The best chance you got is to bump into them on the street, right? However, if you get on a show with them, you get to meet them that way. And we had a very brief chat with them backstage before we went on stage. My mum was having a little chat with me, and they snuck up behind us. I saw them coming, and my mum didn't, so they scared the life out of her. She jumped, Dec jumped. It was hilarious. And then she proper dropped me in it and went, "Oh, Troy's been a fan of yours since he was a little kid." And they're like, "Oh, really?" So I said about how I loved Saturday Night Takeaway, all that. And they were so flattered. They've been in the industry for like 3-ish decades now, and they have won Presenter of the Year at the UK Television Awards 25 plus years in a row now. They are no stranger to how popular they are, and yet they're still ridiculously humble, a pair of them. They're such a lovely pair of blokes. So the David Tennant video and getting to meet them, already both of those things, that was more than enough for us. We were quite happy with that. But then, of course, we actually had to play Limitless Swim. And what happened was, we actually set TV history, ladies and gentlemen. We made TV history. Why, do you ask? Well, let me get a screenshot to show you exactly why we made TV history. Let me get a good screenshot here. Let's find it. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Right, this is us losing, but it's a good screenshot to put across the stakes that we were at that point, which is this one. We got up to £1.25 million on the ladder. We only had, though, £500 banked, and the reason is we only got the first question exactly correct. Every other question after that, we were always just a couple of numbers off. I honestly have never seen a game like it of Limitless Win where every single time we were that close to the right answer. Because some of them you see people that are like 15 off on some of the answers. We were never further away than 6. And even 6 was like an outlier. Most of them we were just 2 or 3 off every single time. It was ridiculous. So we got through a lot of questions. We set a record by being the highest on the ladder that anyone's ever been, even without winning it. And if we'd won £1.25 million, we also would have set the record for the biggest amount of money won on a UK quiz show in history. So we already set one record for Limitless Win, and we were very close to setting UK TV history for quiz shows in general, in the history of television. That's not something you can say lightly. So I got David Tennant to eat my face. It sounds like he kissed me, but not quite. One day, no, not quite. Met Ant and Deck, and we did that. Do you know how far you were off in the last question? Oh, I know, but I'm not quite counting that because we were just knocked out. It was exact or bust, right? We didn't have lives. We'll get there. Yeah, they were rooting for us so much. She said at the end, they feel like they know us, like they're going to invite us around for dinner or something. Like that, we've been there for so long. We knew them for so long. Because it took us a while to film. Like, obviously, the thing I said, and I can't share too much about how it works behind the scenes, as I've said. I can't spoil the movie magic. I refuse to do that. But it's probably pretty obvious that a lot of our explanation things were cut out. If actually it isn't obvious, but it is to me. A lot of bits of us explaining how we answer questions were cut out. They had to fit this into a 1-hour episode, and there was a couple in front of us for about the first 10 minutes. So there was only about 40 minutes, if that, of us being on the screen, and we spent way longer filming it. So whoever the editors were for this, you did a cracking job trying to fit this into an hour. I genuinely thought that either A, we'd be across an episode and a bit of the show, or B, they'd do a bumper episode with us in. I genuinely thought those were the possibilities, but somehow they fit us in. So genuinely, phenomenally done to the editors. As someone who does video editing and understands how painstaking that stuff can be, my undying respect, genuinely. It's just mental. But yeah, we didn't get there, and what happened was, after that aired, after we filmed it, I wasn't good. I wasn't good at all. And I know there's probably some concern people who watch the video about me talking about this. I'm honestly fine now. But being that close to £1.25 million, when you guys know me, I might have a very cool background behind me, but a lot of that is down to student loans. I don't have much money. I never do. In fact, I can probably tell you right now, I haven't been paid yet. You want to know how much is in my bank balance? Do you want a Red Archer Live bank balance reveal? Because I haven't actually been paid yet. When I get paid a little bit, but I've got bills to pay and stuff. Just to really emphasize the point, just to put it home, I don't mind sharing my bank balance this one time. I have... Excuse me? Why do I have even less? I have less than £10 in my bank. I thought I had a bit more than that. You get my point now, okay? You get my point. Please subscribe, for God's sake. Or better, donate. Please donate so I can put the money in my bank. Oh my God. Put some money in my bank. Thank you. No. So you can see, we needed this money. So being that close to a life-altering sum and missing out is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And the worst bit was my mum then had to go to visit family for a couple of days. I won't go into too much details. We're all good. But there was like a health concern for someone in our family. My mum had to go. The only reason I didn't go with her was because I had to stay at home to carry on teaching. I had lessons booked. I requested cover for the days I was filming and then had to teach the rest of the days. So I was rattling around in this house for about 4 days on my own. And I wasn't okay. I really wasn't. I was pretty inconsolable. I didn't tell my mum. I think she kind of knew I wasn't all right, but I didn't tell her how bad I was because I knew she'd want to come straight home, and I didn't want her to interrupt what she was doing with family. I didn't want to be that person. It was tough. It was really tough, and I don't remember like how much I streamed around October, whether I did much, but I know I cancelled a few because I wasn't feeling like it, and I just was not good. So it was tough. It was really, really tough. And the funniest bit was, in the kitchen, we literally have a box of Dominoes that we just had lying around on a worktop. And every time I saw them walking past, I was like... Because one of the questions was about Dominoes. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are leading in to our time to play Ant and Dec's Limitless Win together. You guys want to play it with me? You guys want to play it? We're going to very briefly put the theme on in the background, just because I want to do it really fun, in a really fun and exciting way. And we are going to... I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go back to this screen, and I'm going to add the Limitless Win logo in the background, just to make this more exciting. And you're all going to play along. If you know the answers, don't share them. I want to see people guess. Or actually, best thing, share what you thought the answer was before the correct answer. Let's do it that way round, right? Let's do it that way round. So whatever you thought the answer was when you first watched the episode, share that. If you know the right answer, don't put that in the chat, unless it's what you would have said anyway, okay? Everyone clear on that? All right? And what we'll do is every single time I will put the questions up. The fun part is going back to important updates on Discord and now knowing the reason behind that genuinely awful week mentally. Oh God, should we have a look? Should we have a look very briefly? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So it's around start of October, right? Let's see. What did I say at the start of October? Oh wow, I still did some streams on the Thursday and the Friday. Which must have been after I filmed it, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I put on the 10th of October, as a side note, thanks to everyone who hung out last week, especially on Thursday, Friday. I had a really genuinely awful week mentally, and just being able to stream for a bit and hang out with you all genuinely made a huge difference, so thank you. It's also why I vanished from the server for most of the last few days, because I just spent them playing games with friends. Wow. Yeah. I basically just threw myself onto my Xbox with my mates and didn't do anything else apart from teach when I had lessons. So that is rough. Damn, that is rough. Wow. Anyway, so let's get the Limitless Win theme. Let's go. Okay, so here you go, everyone. Here we go. I'm going to get the images up while we're doing this. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to play the quiz, or talk through the answers, basically. So, ignore me while I get the first question up on the screen for us, which is going there. We're locking it there. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait, I just realised I need to make it smaller to fit with the sub goal. The theme's just really catchy generally, to be fair. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go through each of the 11 questions my mum and I were asked. And like I said, if you know the right answer, don't put that in the chat unless it's what you would have already said. So put what you think is the correct answer or what you thought was the correct answer in the chat as we go along. And hopefully we'll have loads of you playing along, because this will be a really good fun. It'll be a good way to go through all the answers. So, the first question we got in the main game. In the Roman Catholic Church, how many traditional deadly sins are there? So what do we all think? Okay? What do we all think the correct answer was? How many deadly sins are there according to the Roman Catholic Church? Everyone knew this. Yeah. Commonly, the first question of the game is normally fairly easy. Because I feel like, well, at least I've found them easy. Obviously, it's only easy if you know the answer. But if you look at most episodes, people tend to get the first question right. I'm guessing it's just so you got a bit of money in the bank. Makes sense, right? You got something and it makes it a bit more risky to play along. So that's the general idea. I answered and said it was 7 immediately. And then I also said Payday 2 had 7 deadly sins masks. And they were like, what are you talking about, Payday 2? It's one of the games that I stream. Because again, talking about how much they had to cut out of the episode, nowhere in the episode was it mentioned that I did YouTube or streamed. And they also didn't ask us in the cut what we were going to spend the money on. We spent time talking about that. Even that didn't make it. They focused on David Tennant and then went, right, let's play the game. So loads of stuff was on the cutting room floor. I know Elian joked earlier, I would love to see the Troy cut. I'd love to see the full cut of the episode. I know that would never happen, but I would love to see it. So there is that. Okay, now, I saved the screenshots in an incorrect order. So if I open my Limitless video on YouTube, I will have the timestamps. There we go. So now I know what the correct questions are. So second question. Okay, the next question was do this one. In the 1964 film musical Mary Poppins, what is the total number of letters in the song title? And obviously it's not on the screen because you can count it. The song title was Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So how many letters are there in Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Now, the way this question worked was they played us a snippet of the song. I can't remember if they did it in the first series, but they certainly did in the second one. They played a clip of music and then they asked you a question on it. As soon as this question started, I knew immediately what the question was going to be. I was like, it's going to be how many letters are in Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, isn't it? It's going to be. I know that's what's coming. It's what's coming, isn't it? And then, lo and behold, it came up on screen. So, What did you all think was the answer to this? Did you have an answer? If you didn't, I wouldn't be surprised, realistically, because Mum and I had to pretty much guess it. Trying to work it out was tough. It was very tough. So let's see what you all said. I think at the time I'd gotten stuck counting at 30. Yeah, we did in the show as well. We went for about 30. 28, 26, 32, 29, 50. Remember, everybody, if you're over by just one number, it's game over. So you either go for what you think is the right answer or go a bit below. And we could count 30 comfortably and thought it might be a couple over, but we didn't know beyond that. So we locked in 30, and the correct answer was 34. There are 34 letters in supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So the right answer was 34. Keep a tally for yourself, see how many you get right as we go along. So some of you got one question right there. None of you, I think, got that one right. But keep a tally out of the 11 questions. I'd like to know what each and every one of you got. Okay, we should do, you know what we should do? We should get, like, just the jingle of, hang on. There we go. Just play this bit after every question. Okay, next question. Question 3 is as follows. What was the next question? Oh, of course it was. Of course it was. Of course it was this one. And the next question. In a standard 28-piece set of dominoes, what is the maximum number of dots on a single tile? We locked in 30. Oh, did we lock in 32? Oh, my bad. Yeah, 32. Sorry, the answer was 34. So, what is the maximum number of dots on a single tile in a 28-piece set of dominoes? Okay? What do we all think? What do we all think? The funny thing is, I know every single person saying 6 here has seen the episode and knows exactly what they're doing there. So, allow me to show you what a domino looks like, because I have an image ready that I used in my video. And it's actually the kind of domino I was thinking of. So, these are the dominoes I had in mind, where there are grooves on each half. You see that? I worried that tile meant each of those halves of a tile, so the maximum they could have was 6 dots. That's what worried me, because I've seen dominoes like that. Turns out they're very uncommon, and I clearly just had very strange dominoes when I was in school, because most of them don't have those grooves, they're just flat tiles. So my mum and I immediately agreed on 12, immediately, and then I said, what if by tile they mean half? Now, the questions aren't worded in a way to trip you up. That's not what they intend at all. They're not trying to catch you out. There's none of that stuff. They want you to get the money. They want you to win. They want it to be a great episode of TV where you win money, right? But the wording played up in my mind, and I was sat there going, what if it's 6? If we say 12, 1 over is game over, that could be a problem. I was fairly sure in my head it was still 12, but I said, let's be safe and put 6. If we'd gone with 12, we would have banked £10,000. But because we went for 6, we were wrong and lost 6 lives. So the correct answer was 12. That's the maximum number of dots on a single tile. So, if they'd honestly said 1 domino, it would have been just as complicated, because what if you had dots on both sides of the domino? Could have been 24 then. So the wording was always going to catch me out there. I know it wasn't intentional, but my brain just went and just went all over the place, you know? Scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs. Ah, finally, Darby's here. Hey, Sib, how you doing? Very nice to see you. Very nice to see you. We're currently playing Limitless Win. We're playing each of the questions. So, play the jingle. That was question 3. Make sure you keep tally of how you've done. Let's go now to question number 4. And question number 4 is this. One of the most popular pens in the world, the Bic Crystal Original Ballpoint Pen, is how many centimeters long, including the cap? So, we can only go up in whole numbers, obviously, so make sure you answer with a whole number. But what do we all think is the answer for this one? Let's see your answers for this. What do we think? What do we think? Oh, I can see Darby messaged me. That's fine. I was in the middle of streaming, so it's all good. So, let's see what everyone thinks. In centimeters, how long is a Bic Crystal ballpoint pen, including the cap? I have a tape measure next to me for some reason. I don't know why. I think I brought it up here to measure something at some point. Like, I think it was a box for pop pops in. And I kept the tape measure up here so I can actually use this on the stream. Look at that. Haha! Wow, a lot of different answers this time around. A lot of different answers. Again, remember, don't put the correct answer in. Put in the answer that you thought when you watched it. Just in case anyone's coming in new here and doesn't know how it all works. Not going to lie, I just think I spent the question yelling about the metric system. Fair enough. So, my mum and I had a lifeline at this point. The lifeline was odd or even, which, shocker, tells you if the answer is an odd or an even number. And it told us it was odd. So we tried to work it out, and I knew my hand was certain. I measured it. I can't remember what I measured it to be. I measured my hand span to be about 20 centimeters-ish. No, 25 from the look of it. And I said that when we were filming. It didn't make the cut, thankfully. And Deck looked at me and went, "How do you know how wide that span is?" Obviously making a dick joke, because it was, you know, funny. And it was very funny. But they didn't make the cut, because I was really worried about that being in there. So I'm glad they saved some of my dignity. But we thought it'd be about 15 centimeters, but worried it could be just slightly short. We thought it was about half a 30-centimeter ruler. So you played it safe and went for 13. And the correct answer was 15 centimeters. So unfortunately, we got that one wrong as well. So it was the correct answer for that one is 13. So if you got it right, add that. The correct answer was 15, sorry. We said 13, the right one was 15. So if you said 15, add that on to your total. I want to see what your totals are at the end of this. I'm excited. So that was question 4. Time for question 5. Let's have a look at question 5. And this time, question 5 was this. Eilish McColgan won the gold medal in the 10,000 metres at the 2022 Commonwealth Games. How many years after her mother Liz won gold at the same event? Or last won gold, sorry. So how many years had it been? Now, I'm not going to give you a chance to answer. I'm going to let you play this along like it was my mum and I, okay? Because we had a lifeline, and the lifeline here was range. And that obviously gives you a range that the exact answer lies within. And the range you were given was 30 to 40. So, Jaden, I'll ignore your answer there. Everyone give a guess for an answer between 30 and 40 years. Okay? So have a go of the answer there. What do you think it is? Between 30 and 40. Okay? What do we all think? How many years? Let's see what people say. Eilish McColgan won a gold medal in the 10,000 metres at the 2022 Commonwealth Games. How many years after her mother Liz last won gold at the same event? What do we think? What do we think, folks? Hello, man of considerable size. Welcome to the stream. Okay, some more hesitant answers here. So, now they're coming in. This is the only question I might have got from the clue. Right, well, the thing that my mum and I didn't realise is the Commonwealth Games are every 4 years. I knew the Olympics were every 4 years, the World Cup was every 4 years, but I don't know shit about the Commonwealth Games. I know nothing about them. If I'd known they were every 4 years and the range said 30 to 40, I would have gone, well, the multiples of 4 in that range are 32, 36, and 40. Let's go for the bottom one, 32, and see if that's the right one. But because we didn't think that, we had no idea what the answer would be, we just locked in 30 because it was the bottom answer and it made sure we didn't go over. And you can probably guess where we're going with this. The exact answer was 32 years. So if I'd worked out that maths thing, I would have worked it out. I generally guessed myself to thinking it was the Olympics. Well, either way, you would have answered it as if, and correctly. Yeah. So 32, yeah, Noli, exactly. Nice to see you here, by the way, buddy. 32 is the lowest risk answer in that case, yeah. So at that point, I think we would have banked 100 grand. So do you see how we were very close every single time? Let me get the streaming thing back up and just say, how much money would we have banked? How much money would we have banked at this point? Let's have a look. Okay, Eilish McColgan, where was that question? It was at... Here we go. Right, yeah, we locked in 30... Okay, no, we would have locked in 75 grand. We would have got 75 grand. So there you go. We would have got 75 grand. But we didn't. So, sad times, my friends, sad times. Anyway, that was question 5. Time for question 6. And question 6 was this. Let me check what the next question was. Sorry, I'm just checking. Okay, yeah, it is that one. I want to do it in the correct order. I'm excited. I'm enjoying doing this. This is fun. How many letters of the alphabet are used to indicate the energy efficiency of appliances such as fridges, washing machines, and dishwashers? Now, I think this is only a UK, EU thing. I don't know if this works in any other country, so if you don't know, fair enough, but feel free to just take a guess. But there are letters basically used to apply the systems. I got this right, so I'm not going to answer it. Remember what I said, Jaden? If you got the right answer, just put that in. But you can't now because you've said that, you made a point of it. But you need to you need to put in, like, just answer what you thought it was immediately. So how many letters of the alphabet are used to indicate the energy efficiency of appliances such as fridges, washing machines, and dishwashers? And for this one, I will get a picture of the system so I can put it on the screen. Okay, let me see if I can get an image. This one will do. Alright, so get your answers in, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm about to put the answer on the screen. Wow, a range of answers here. I love the Americans trying to guess it. Sure, you know the Commonwealth every 4 years like the Olympics. No, I didn't know that. I said that, Sarah. I didn't have a clue. I didn't know. It's only easy if you know it on the night. Okay, so my mum and I were trying to work it out. The maximum letter is A, and we couldn't work what the lowest letter was. We thought it was F. That would mean 6 letters. A, B, C, D, E, F. So we locked in 6. The correct answer was actually
Ding.
7.
What's that?
Random guy.
It's a machine that goes
1,
ding.
10, 100, 10 billion, 10 million, 1 billion. 1 billion with a follow, thank you very much. The correct answer was 7. Man of considerable size, you're the only one to get that right. I know Jaden will add a mark onto hers as well, but you were shocked to find out there was a G. Well, here's the annoying thing, Nolan, and I mentioned this in my video. My monitors are energy rating G. And I didn't remember it. Now, in my defense, I only had one monitor at the time of filming it, and I'd owned it for about a year. And I saw the energy rating, shat myself, and immediately tried to forget, because I thought, my mum knows it's a rating G, she'll not be that happy. But I bought it because it was the best in the business, and it is. These monitors are top of the line. They're fantastic. But if I'd bought it a bit more recently, I would have gone, my monitors are energy rating G, it's 8, and got the answer right, but we just didn't know. We didn't know. So it's annoying, but that's just how these things work sometimes. But yeah, there is also A+, A++, A++++, but it was how many letters, yeah. If it was how many ratings, it would have been even more screwed, yeah. Because I wouldn't have known how many pluses options there would have been. So you can see now, these questions are very, very challenging. They're very, very challenging. So, play the theme. Here comes the next question. And the next question is this. I need to be more quicker off the mark with this, but I have to hit pause every time, so sorry. Claims to be the nation's favourite chip, obviously the UK, UK's favourite chip. What is the minimum recommended baking time in minutes for McCain's straight cut home chips? No lifelines this time, no nothing. So let me know what you think the correct answer was, what you thought this correct answer was for this question. If you know the right answer, again, if you're new, don't put the correct answer in. Put in what you think was the right answer. If it happens to be the right one, nobody knows. But put in what you thought the correct answer was for this one. I had no clue because I exclusively deep fry. Clearly, you own an air fryer. So what do we think? What time do we think for this? My mum and I have McCain's chips all the time. More often we have the crinkle cut ones. I don't know why, but I just find them more enjoyable. But what do we all think? What do we think was the answer for this? You can't give a range, Noli. That's not a lifeline. What did you think it was? What do you think it was? Come on. What do you think? What do you think? Gonna go with 16 minutes, 10. There's a wide array of answers here. A wide array. Wow. And interestingly, from the look of it, aside from the nasty baking of your chips rather than frying, I think it'd be 17 minutes. None of you got this right. None of you got this right. So, we had a lifeline at this point. Sorry, I did realise we had a lifeline, but it wouldn't have helped you answer. Called Take Two. Originally, in Series 1, you got to have 2 answers, and the ladder would reject the worst one. So if one of the answers was over, they'd reject that. If both answers were under, it would reject the lowest one. So you basically lose as little lives as possible. But in Series 2, they instead did it as we gave an answer, and then Ant and Dec give an answer, which is much better. That was so cool, having them try and answer for us. My mum and I settled on 18. We weren't sure about it was the minimum recommended time, right? We weren't too sure, so we settled on 18. And then Ant and Dec went for 22. And they nearly went higher for 23, 24, and I can't remember which one said higher and which one stopped them. But they ended up settling on 22. But I'm glad they still went for that, because the correct answer was 24. So they were closer than we were, and we lost fewer lives as a result. So 24 was the correct answer for the minimum recommended baking time in minutes for McCain's straight cut home chips. So ladies and gentlemen, that was the right answer for that question. So, that was question 7. We've only got 4 questions left. We now move on to question 8. this one is a doozy, let me tell you. So, the question is this. In the famous 1930s photograph, Lunch Atop a Skyscraper, how many workers are sitting on a girder above New York City? Now, if you haven't seen the picture, don't Google it, obviously. I will put it on screen in a minute. I have got the photo handy. So, try and guess. In the famous 1930s photograph, Lunch Atop a Skyscraper, how many workers are sitting on a girder above New York City? What answer do you think is the correct answer? Let me know and comment it in the chat. I'm getting the image up and ready now. Which is right here. Let's shrink it down so it's ready to put on the screen. There we go. Let's see what people say. The behind the scenes photo gave me anxiety. Which one? Which one? Okay, look at this. 5, 9, 8, 12, 6, 6, 7, 5, 10, 10. Okay, interesting. So my mum and I were thinking about it, and ironically, it's one of my mum's favourite pieces of art ever. She loves that photograph. She absolutely bloody adores it. But, you know, it's one thing enjoying it, another thing knowing how many people there are on it, right? It's not easy to know that. So, we settled on 8. We figured there might have been a couple more people. We thought it might have been in double digits, but we couldn't say with confidence, so we settled for 8. The correct answer was 11. There are 11 people on the girder in that infamous photo, which I don't think in the chat anybody got right. So if you danced around it, Eddie, you'd have been out. You were 1 over. You'd have been out the game. Bit of an L for you, buddy, not going to lie. Jaden was about to say 12. Oh, you've been out as well, Jaden. But the thing is, obviously, it's very difficult answering. It's different answering this at home to in the studio, because you say that answer in the chat, but I bet you if you're on the show, you go lower. You'd be like, oh, it might not be that high. So I like doing this way because you guys just go for your dead honest answers because there's nothing at stake. It's more interesting watching you guys play like this. I'm really fascinated by it. So the correct answer for that one was 11. We're almost at the end now, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. So, we have got 3 more questions. And the next one... Oh, the next one. The next one. Here we go. Play the fanfare. Since it was rebooted in 2002, why is the question not changed? I changed the wrong thing. Sorry, that was not professional. Since it was rebooted in 2002, the TV series Top Gear has had how many presenters? Also, shout out to the person on Twitter who commented saying, you forgot the 2 presenters in 1978. The question says since 2002. Come on, guys, come on. So, how many presenters do you guys think Top Gear has had since it was rebooted in 2002? How many do you guys think? This is going to be interesting. What numbers did you all settle on? I'm just going to flick through my Twitter notifications because they're going crazy a little bit. There we go. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, there we go. Okay, look at this. Look at this. I need to actually remind myself what the correct answer was for this one because I don't actually remember what it was. Alright, here we go. Top Gear, what was the right answer? Okay. What the hell was that noise? Did you hear that? I went to run it on and it was ridiculously high-pitched. That's creepy. Okay. So, right, we locked in that and it was... How many presenters in the end? I'm almost completely sure I know what it is, but I'm just checking. Blimey, it's much harder to scroll along this than I thought. Okay, there we go. Right, cool. So, we went for 9. I could name 7 off the top of my head, and I knew there were a couple more, but we also had the more than lifeline, and for some reason, I decided to ask the board if it was just more than 7. Logically, you would have said, is it more than a bit more than that? Like, is it more than 10? To see just how close, how far out of range we were if I'd have said 7, but instead I said more than 7 like an idiot. If I said more than 10, we could have gone for 11 because we knew it was more than 11. Because we locked in 9, but the correct answer was 12. there have been 12 presenters on Top Gear since 2002. And those presenters are Jeremy Clarkson, Jason Dorr, Chris Evans, Freddie Flintoff, Richard Hammond, Chris Harris, Eddie Jordan, Matt LeBlanc, James May, Paddy McGuinness, Rory Reid, and Shabine Schmitz. I don't even know who some of those people are, I'll be honest with you. But, yeah, so there's 12 presenters. Did anyone get that right? No, none of you got that right as well. Crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Yeah, Demon is trying to escape through the stream, clearly. It's a wild time. It is a wild time. Okay, we are now on the penultimate question. What is the maximum number of dogs with which a team can start the Iditarod Trail, the prestigious dog sled race that covers nearly 1,000 miles across Alaska? What is the maximum number of dogs? Again, I've had a few people message me going, you were cheated out of £1 million for this question. Sorry, I was getting the theme set up again. But it was maximum. People kept saying that it was a certain number and that what they were sending me was the minimum. So it was wrong. But let's see what everyone says. What is the maximum number of dogs? What do we all think? Let's see. At this stage, it felt like you either need to get very lucky or very specialist knowledge. Yeah, exactly. Once you get to these questions, I mean, you could have just had one that came along. There were several that we saw in other people's games that we just knew the answers to. We're just, unfortunately, a little bit unlucky. It's a shame, but, you know, what can you do? You can't do much about it. Interesting. Look at everybody. Either 6 or 12 with a couple of exceptions. Okay. So everyone's saying 6 and 12, apart from a lone wolf who said 9, and Darby saying 14. Okay. Has to be a double digit, right? So I want to say maybe 10 or 15. Okay. So my logic was, or our logic was, it has to be, there's 2 dogs normally on either side, right? Kind of like reindeer. It's going to be an even number. And for some reason, we were ingrained on multiples of 6. So we thought it's either 6 or 12. And I thought, it's probably going to be higher than we think. Let's go for a higher number this time around, because we kept being a bit below. So let's go for 12. You knew the answer to this and screened at your PC. Well, there you go. So Darby has given the game away. The correct answer was not 12. It was 14. 14 is the correct answer for our 10th and penultimate question. So well done, Darby. You were the only one to get that right. Crazy. Very, very, very crazy. So, now we move on to the final question. And you can see it on the board already. How many weight divisions are there in men's professional boxing according to the World Boxing Association? So come on, chat, what do we think? How many weight divisions are there in men's professional boxing according to the World Boxing Association? How many weight divisions are there? At this point, though, we had 0 lives. We had 2 left, went into that dog's question and lost those 2 lives. So we had to get this exactly right. We couldn't be under or over and we'd be out. Obviously, we got it wrong and got knocked out, but that's beside the point. So how many weight divisions do you think there are in boxing? What do you think? We got 5, 3, 8, 4, another 4, a 5, 6, 9, another 6. I read those out in a very random order. So what else? Darby, did you have an answer? I think Darby. I'm just trying to see who hasn't answered yet that I know. I mainly watch MMA, but I'm going to say around 8 or 5. Did you see Mark Levette saying you would have got this? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on Twitter. It's crazy to think. Nolly would have said, wow, Nolly's the only one to have gone double digits. Nolly goes to the gym. He gets all big and muscly. He knows his stuff. He's a big muscly bloke. But even he's still wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 17 weight divisions in men's professional boxing. 17. Do you guys want to see what they are? Do you guys want to see what those are? I'll put them on the screen. I'll put them on the screen for you. I'll put them on the screen. So, here are those weight divisions. Mini flyweight, light fly, flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight, super bantamweight, featherweight, super feather, lightweight, super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and heavyweight. Look at all of those. Okay, so I'm not stacking Misfits and Moist Screw Try, but I know, exactly. It's crazy. We said 7. No, we said 6, and the correct answer was 17. But, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to just say one thing here, and one thing that will upset all of you. In fact, no, before we do that, what was everyone's scores? Those were the 11 questions. How many of the 11 did you get right? If you only answered like 7 or 8 of them, give me a score out of 7 and 8. Like, however many you answered, how many did you get right? So, if anyone did count, which Simon's already saying he didn't, but anyone who did count, what score did you get? I'm expecting everyone to say, look, see low numbers. So Lone Wolf got 1, Jaden got 2. That's what I'm expecting. If I see anyone say 3 or 4 or more, I'm going to be very surprised. Noli got 3. Nicely done. Nicely done. Got Sins and Commonwealth. Don't remember getting any others. Fair enough. Got 1 right, but I don't doubt the Commonwealth games. Ah. Elian got 13 out of 11. Ha ha. Very funny. Very, very funny. Divvy. But yeah, so here's the thing. We answered 6. And the answer was 17. If, on the dominoes question, we'd gone for 12 instead of 6, we wouldn't have lost 6 lives. And if you get an exact answer, you get 5 more lives. We'd have had 11 more lives. And that means if we'd kept playing up to that question, which we might not have done, because we would have had 10 grand in the bank, we might have cashed out and not risked it. I genuinely do think that. But if we chose to play for £1.25 million, and we'd said 6... those 11 lives would have carried us up to 17, and then we would have gone for 1 more question. And so I will always, always, always wonder what that next question would have been. As Ant kept saying during the episode, he kept thinking an exact answer was coming, that we know the answer, and I really did think that too. Maybe it would have been the 1. Maybe it would have been even more annoying, you know? How many pounds does the average bull weigh? I don't know. Could have been something stupid like that. Who knows? But I wouldn't have known. You would take the 10k. The thing was, and we only had £500 in the bank, so for us, we basically acted like we had no money in the bank. £500 is not worth shit, right, from a game show. It's not worth it. I make that from tutoring in a month. I make more than that, thankfully, now. So it's not worth it, right? It's not worth it. How many heists in the hit game video game Payday 2? Oh my god, that would have been amazing. But that was the sad thing. But I wonder, like, would we have gone with the 10k, or would we have looked and gone £1.25 million versus 10k? 10k isn't super life-changing money, right? It's a good amount to win. But on a game show like Limitless Win, if you're offered 10k or 1.25 mil, would you take the risk? We might have done. It's so frustrating knowing that we could have seen 1 more if I got it right and we played up the same way. But you just don't know, do you? You just don't know. So, it's all well and good saying these things, but realistically, you don't know how you would act in that situation. Even I don't know. You know? I only know how we acted rather than how we would have acted. You know what I mean? So, what can you do? What can you do? But there you go, everyone. That's us playing the game. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. You set a record. Yes, so we still got higher on the ladder than anyone else. And all I hope now is I really hope no one else gets past our record. If someone does, fair play. You deserve it. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. But just for the fact that we set that record, I really want to keep it for more than a series. I think that'd be brilliant. I would love it. I really would love it. So, we'll find out, I guess, eventually whether or not we actually do end up turning out that way. But it would be funny. It would be genuinely really funny to see that turn out that way. So, who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But we'll find out. The next series will no doubt be on next year. And if you're in the UK, you can apply. Google Limitless Win Series 3 applications. You can try and enter. You were some of the most logical contestants, which is why you came so close repeatedly. Yeah, we overthought some of it, I think, too much. It's like with dominoes and with some of the things. We just kept talking ourselves out of exact answers. But the way I always look at it is, it wasn't meant to be. You know? It genuinely wasn't meant to be, clearly. And I just hope that we get something out of it in the long run, which, as you all know, broadcasting is my goal. I want to be in some kind of TV presenting, radio presenting, something in the industry. And all it takes is for someone to notice you in an episode like that. So if that happens to be what ends up happening in the end, then I've won more than I can ever possibly want. But I will quote one of my tweets, because I think it really sums up my attitude of the episode, which is this. I got to meet Ant and Dec. David Tennant ate a cake with my face on it, and we made TV history. We might have lost, but I really do feel like a winner. That was genuinely what was going through my head. And what I'd like to do now for this segment of the stream, before we wrap up, is I want to go back over here, and I want to have a look at a couple of news articles on the story. Purely because there's one in particular I really want to pull up. There's one in particular I really want to look at, and it's from OK Magazine, which talked about this show. So I'm going to get this up on the screen and show you all, because I love this one. I really love this one. So how do I get... let's insert a browser, a window capture source. Not make it visible, and go... actually, no, we want display capture, right? We want to add display capture. Don't make visible. We want to make News. Oh, it's already in use. News cap. There we go. Okay. So now we do that. Okay, Brill, you can see that now. That's fantastic. All right, there's nothing on there that we need to worry about. No, we're all good. Okay, so here is the article. I'll just crop out that window there because we don't really need that stuff there. And I'll crop out that there. All right, there we go. Now let's fill the screen with that. So here's the article from OK Magazine. Limitless Win fans react as contestants narrowly miss out on biggest prize ever won. The good thing about this one was, it told us all about it. I mean, they were slightly off on the money here. Limitless Win fans have dubbed a recent episode the most tense ever after contestants racked up a staggering £1.2 million, well, 1.25. Anne McPartlin and Declan Donnelly, Elliot sent me the link for that on Discord, by the way. Anne McPartlin and Declan Donnelly's ITV competition show sees contestants answer numerical questions in hopes of moving up the limitless ladder and winning as much cash as possible. Season 2 finale saw mother and son duo Tracy Jane and Troy Beaumont undertake the challenge and shocked fans online with their determination to win it all. The Liverpool locals, who admitted to being Doctor Who fans, were also treated to a personalised VT from David Tennant himself, who played the titular character alongside series regulars like Rose Tyler's Billy Piper. The Scottish-born actor wished to fans, blah, blah, blah. Despite their resilience, Tracy Jane and Troy narrowly missed the win after running out of lives during their final hurdle in what could have been the biggest game show win in UK history. Reacting to the moment online, one fat fan wrote, "That was absolutely brutal to watch, so cruel to be so close to that amount of money and not being able to bank it. Absolutely gutted for you, that was unreal." Another wrote, as a third added, "To be fair, I don't think I know my own name, let alone any general knowledge if I'd had a video message from David Tennant." Very true. The Chase's Mark Lebet also questioned, would have just nailed a small fortune limitless win with 17 boxing weight divisions. Any chance the governor and I can play for charity? But on his own Twitter account, this is the best bit, and there's several quotes from me. I'm so blessed by this. So whoever wrote this, Kieran was his name, I think. Thank you, Kieran. This is lovely. On his own Twitter account, Troy addressed the highs and lows of the evening with one tweet reading, "I got to meet Ant and Dec, David Tennant ate a cake with my face on it, and we made TV history. We might have lost, but I feel like a winner." And now the fact that kills me. If we'd gone for 12 with dominoes and not 6, we'd have had exactly the right amount of life to see one more question. I'll forever wonder what the question would have been. He wrote another while adding, "I forgot just how close we were every single question." He also wrote, here's the kicker, he also wrote, "Logging off for now, but thank you everyone for your kind words and support. What a night and what a show. Honoured to have had the chance to play, and I just hope it's not the last time I'm on a TV screen." I put that in a tweet hoping somebody would see it, and there it is in OK Magazine. I really hope that someone sees that. I really do. That would be fucking iconic if that gets out there somewhere. Here's the kicker. Shut up, Vida. Shut up. Right, Elian, have you DM'd me? Yes, you have. Fantastic. So, let's look at the Daily Star one, because this one, the Daily Express, sorry, because this one is just different gravy. This one is just different gravy, okay? It's different gravy. Ant and Dec's limitless win contestants can make show history biggest prize ever, blah, blah, blah. So this one, unless it's been corrected, I really hope it hasn't, because this was, okay, here we go. So this went up before the episode went out, but this one is, bless whoever wrote it, I'm sorry, Charlotte, obviously didn't have much time to check spelling, really didn't have enough time. Anne McPartlin and Declan Donnelly may get the chance to gift limitless win contestants Tracy Jane and Troy Beaumont more than £1 million in prize money this weekend. The game show that promises an endless prize pot may have to prove this guarantee this Saturday, as the mother and son will be on the course to win Britain's record telecash prize. The previous highest amount won at the ITV quiz show was $500k. However, Tracy Jane and Troy may smash this record if they successfully bank the money, as reported by The Mirror. The mother and son duo will climb to the highest ever position on the show's money ladder with over £1 million at stake, as in steak you eat, not stakes as in gambling. The pressure couldn't be higher for the pair. Higher. Like we're hiring somebody. Sorry, Charlotte, I really don't want to be mean to you, but everyone kept pointing out my Discord, and I had to bring it up on here, because it was just a little bit of a chuckle. It was chuckle-worthy. Everyone makes spelling mistakes in their best days. I do them in Discord all the time, but good grief. You think that's it, though? In the 10 cents of the series, Ant and Dec will watch as the contestants try to become millionaires. Blah, blah, blah. They talk about the excitement being electric. The 58-year-old mum and 23-year-old son hopes to win another money for a holiday to America. They hoped to win another money. Because, you know, guys, having one money is great, but you need another money. One money's not enough. We need to win another. Do you know what I mean? We need to win another money. Just another. Not much, just another. Oh, I'm guessing she meant enough money. Bless her. I'm guessing. And I don't mean that in a patronising way. I mean genuinely. She must have meant enough money. But we're always going for another money in Payday. So true. Yeah, because that's what we said. There were 2 things he wants to win money for. One was to get an extension to the house to build a nerd room. Because as you've seen, my room is overflowing. I mean, literally, look. If I go full screen on my camera, like this. Look at the mess behind me. We're starting to have more stuff in my room than I can make room for. This isn't because I've not sorted. This is because some of it doesn't have space anymore. We have a problem, right? So I wanted to make room so we could display more of our nerdy stuff in a more comfortable manner. But also, we've wanted to go to America for years. I haven't been abroad since 2008. We don't have the money for it, right? We don't have money for it. We don't have another money. So we need another money. So that's what we wanted to win the money for. But there wasn't enough time in the show for them to even mention that. It's crazy. But there you go. So that was a fun little one. Were there any other articles that you wanted to pull up for this? I'm not sure if there were. There were loads of bloody articles that went out. It was insane. Actually, there is one more. There is one more. There's one more I want to pull up, and it's from local paper, the Liverpool Echo. Where is that paper? Here it is. Here it is. Y'all have got to see this shit. Y'all have got to see this shit. Watch this. Watch this. So, this is in... That's not the Echo. We want the... No, I've not copied the right link, you dumb ass. There we go. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, Liverpool Echo. Keeps putting up my personal email. Whoops, it's been on streams enough times. Please don't spam me. Thank you very much. Liverpool family lose 1.25 million on Anton-Deck's limitless win by answering one question wrong. Blah, 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 blah. So, here we go. Yes, here it is. So they're talking about it just as the episodes come out. And they talked to us a little bit and asked if there's anything you want to put in the article. They did reach out to us. We arranged this one. And I sent them one thing. I said to them, I do have a Doctor Who podcast. Because of the David Tennant thing, could you put us in there for that? That'd be amazing. And what we've got here, before things kicked off, Troy, who spearheads his own Doctor Who podcast, and if you open the link in a new tab, it takes you to the fucking Spotify page. I shit you not. It takes you to the Spotify page of the podcast. How crazy is that? My mouse has got stuck. I need to... Oh dear. My mouse has got stuck. Oh no, the battery's just died on my mouse. Shit. Shit. Oh shit. Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. Gotta plug this bitch in. Is this the right cable? Will this do it? No, it won't. Good stuff. Shit. Where do I keep the cable for this? I don't actually know. Bollocks. This is going to be very awkward if I can't end the stream because my mouse isn't charged. That's going to be very awkward. When was the Epic Millionaire fail? We've talked about it all already, Parry. You need to watch the stream back, buddy. You need to watch the stream back. Oh, this cable does it. Just happened to have it on my desk. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You're trapped with us. God, no. I don't want to be near you guys any longer than I have to be. That sounds like mental torture. I'm not up for that. Right. Let's pop this USB plug into my tower. There we go. It's in. That's what she said. Sorry, I regret that immediately. And boop. We are charging. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to put it on my lap because I can't reach. It doesn't reach the desk. That's problematic. Bestie, that's problematic. But there you go. There is our article. I'm going to go back to the chatting screen now and put on the Sonic music again. There we go. So, that is everything I want to say about our time on Limitless Win. It's not quite a 2-hour stream, but I wanted to just talk about it, chat about everything. So, has anyone got any questions about the game show or anything related to that? Anybody got any questions whatsoever about it? I'm interested to just know if anyone's got anything they want to ask. What do you guys want to know? Anything you want to know? Do remember, I will just promote it again here. Let me get the link up for the video. Is this the link? I think it is. It might look. It is. Okay. So that is the link to my full video where I talked about it in detail. Okay. So if you want to watch my video and watch me break down all of our answers and talk and answer a Q&A section in there, please go do that. Do you enjoy the funny dance that I made? Did you make the one that was 30 seconds long? Because if you did, actually, I'm going to show that on the stream. I just realised I want to show that on the stream. Right. Okay. let's just get this up on the stream quickly, because man of considerable size, I didn't realize it was you. You are a sexy beast, because man of considerable size here made a great edit of the David Tennant clip and made it into Dallas. Someone did a really short one where he just said hi, but this was so much better. No offense to them, but this is a top tier meme. This is bloody iconic. So let me get the link up here. It's uploading to Discord. I'm putting it on my phone, uploading it to my computer so I can get it downloaded. It's the quickest way I've got to get it. Wait till it pops up, then I can download it and put it on the screen. Come on, 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 come on. Bloody hell, how high quality is the file, bro? Fucking hell. My upload speed is quick. There we go. Dallas appears on British television. Here we go. Okay. So, let's get this video up on the screen. Sorry, Vegas sucks. It does. I use it all the time. Alright.
Take a look at this.
Pause that, because I need to hear. Oh, he's put a watermark in the corner. Look at you, you cheeky devil. You cheeky devil. You cheeky devil. Right, I need to be able to hear the audio. Monitor only, mute output. Right, how long is it? Right, it's too loud. Okay. So here is the funny meme clip from man of considerable size. I'm just gonna put it over my face here. Have a look at this real quick.
Listen up. This is a robbery. We want to harm no one. We're after the bank's money, not yours. I've got a medic bag over here. Surprise! What do you say, huh? Pretty fucking
This
great,
is
right?
real.
All right. Enough playing around. Let's finish it. Oh, fucking awesome. This is what I've been waiting for. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
That is just... I half want to upload that on like a meme thing, or put it on like Red Archer Live or something with your watermark on. I might well do that. But that is just fucking brilliant. It's so good. It's so good. I love it so much. Right, has anybody got any questions at all they want to ask before we wrap up? What do we all think? What do we all think? Go ahead, I don't mind. I will keep it in mind then. Thank you very much, buddy. What's your dream TV position or job? I'd love to be a TV presenter. Like Anton Deck, actually, ironically. I love presenting live streams, podcasts, that kind of thing. I'd love to do it on TV or on radio. Ideally TV. That'd be amazing. That'd be really, really good. That's my dream goal, but it's just something in that area would be amazing. When you're going on Tenable, we spelt it wrong. It's only got one N, you silly goose. But I'll go on any other game show that'll have me. That'd be lovely. I'll be on any TV programs I can, apart from Naked Attraction. I have body confidence, but not enough to show it in front of millions of people on Channel 4. Sorry. Is that big seeing on TV? Thank you, Jaden. I appreciate that. What game show next? Like I said, whatever will have me. How's your mom doing? She's doing well, thanks, Darby. That's lovely of you to ask. We were both a bit emotional watching it on the screen, but we're both just so proud of ourselves. It's mad. It's really, really mad. Very, very proud of ourselves. If only you won, you wouldn't have to be entertaining commoners like me. Don't be saying commoners. No, you are all epic in this stream. In this stream, if you watch Red Archer Live, you're epic. When are you starting a TV video game podcast? You can make a blockbuster TV of us having a 3-hour debate about Last of Us Part 2. In 3 weeks' time. Your mum seems lovely, by the way. You're adorable together. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, bud. We're just a good team. We're a really, really good team. Yeah, I do need to check my posture, actually. Good point. Ooh, sweet. My lumbar support a bit higher. Lumbar support. Oh. Post me the invite. I will. Oh no, it got lost in the post. What a shame. You gonna add Limitless Swing contestant to your Tinder bio? Yes. I know that's sarcasm, but genuinely I am. I feel like that will get, like it was like when, before John Barrowman turned out to be a little bit of a problematic person, I had a picture of him in my Tinder and it got people to match with me. I'm actually going to put some of those pictures of me in Limitless Swim, because if for no other reason, they're really fucking good quality. So we'll go, it was on the TV last weekend. If you want to match and find out more, swipe right. See if it gets me any more interest from the ladies. So that'll be funny. Next speed dating I go to is going to be one hell of a weird fucking time. So what do you get up to? Oh, I just appear on Saturday Night TV, just casually. Just casually. It was strange to see your mum after like 8 years. Yeah, because you met her briefly, I think, didn't you, in school? Right? Like, really briefly. Really briefly. Gonna get all the bitches now. I'll just settle for one very loving girlfriend. Thank you, Darby. If anyone can find me her, I'd really appreciate it. If anyone knows anybody who I'd work with, you know, hit us up. Just made TV history, my mum. How about you? Exactly. I just made TV history, you know, just casual things. Casual things the gamers do on a Saturday night, you know? Making TV history, bro. That's all we do. That's all we do. Because we're epic. We're epic. Troy hopes to get another bitches. Another bitch. Oh, oh, poor Charlotte is getting destroyed. I'm so sorry, but you should have just proofread the article, man. Yikes. Yikes. Legoland. Yes, absolutely. That's the best place. Any other final questions, or should we wrap up? I'm a little bit tired. I spent a while working on this bloody video, fixing audio glitches and stuff, so I'm going to go and relax for a bit. Plus, it's the last day of Overwatch 2 Season 2, and I am 2 tiers off getting the Mythic Zeus skin for Junker Queen, so I'm going to go try and get that. If any of my friends are online, I might play with them, but I don't know. I might just play myself, to be honest. I was rewatching some of Russian Badger's Best of 2020, so I might finish that and play Overwatch 2. Have a nice chill night. And go watch episode 4 of what? Episode 4 of what? Is this where you're going to troll me? Elliot's going to troll me, guys. Get ready. Another bitches. Yep, exactly. Oh, episode 4 of Last of Us. Oh, I've seen it. I watched it this morning, funny enough. My mum and I got up earlier to watch the episode, so we've seen it. It's very good. Same with Lego. Shit, you did. I forgot that completely. Oh, in Manchester. Yeah, I was thinking in Windsor, and I was like, what? Yeah, in Manchester. Do you know, fun fact, Darby, I found this out. You can't go into Legoland in Manchester unless you have someone with you under the age of 18. My mum and I went for my 19th birthday. We paid for the ticket, and they refused to let us in because we didn't have an 18-year-old with us. And I said to them, so what, if I had a girlfriend who was 17, we could go in? They were like, yeah. I was like, do you realise how stupid that is? I love that place, but it's such a stupid... I get that it's for child protection, but you should have enough security around there that it wouldn't be a problem, surely. Come on. Come on. Yeah, the patroller's on point, but seriously? Put a few more, like, people to watch over it in like, certain areas. And you'd be fine, I would have thought. I was so keen to go around there on my birthday and then just got screwed. I was like, well, the best thing we got is to go in the shop, you know? Let my man go into Legoland with his map. Exactly, man. This was like 4 years ago, but you told me about it. Did I? Was that when I saw you? Because that was like 4 years ago. That would have been that. It would have been that. There you go. That's when I last saw Darby. So it wasn't 8 years. It was like 4 years ago. Damn. Well, shit. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a good point to wrap up, I think. So thank you all very, very much for hanging out. It has been a great little stream, getting to chat to you about all that stuff. I am just completely honoured, to be honest. It's kind of crazy to have been on TV. And I just, like I said, I just hope that it is not the last time. That's all we can hope and pray for. This is not the last time. But apart from that, it's time to go and raid somebody. So let's go and raid. Who's streaming? Who's streaming? Who's streaming? Who's streaming? Who's streaming? Let's raid Nuka-Cola Cherry. And let's ask him if he saw me on TV. So everyone ask if he saw me on TV on Saturday night. Oh, that's my fucking Twitch name. /raid Nuka-Cola Cherry. No, not Nuka-Cola Chert. Raids /raid Nuka-Cola Cherry. There we go. So yeah, everyone go and say in his chat, did you see Troy on TV on Saturday? Everyone go ask that. Everyone go ask that. Get ready. Okay? I'll put a message in there for you to copy. Did you see Troy on TV on Saturday? Tell him how the 6 dots on a domino. You shut the fuck up, Ellie. How about that? Right, everyone. Thank you very much for listening and watching and all that good stuff. I will see you all on Wednesday at 7 PM UK time for Payday 2 and Thursday at 7 PM UK time for Raid World War 2. But until then, thank you all for being here. I love you lots. Thank you all for your support, especially this weekend. It's been fucking mad. Please go watch the video on Troy's thoughts and share it around with anyone you might see in the episode. It'd be really cool to get loads of people on it. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Peace, everybody.